JK and Daniel here with another episode of the Knight Life. This is kind of a challenge and a Knight Life mixed together because one of the things we're going to do today is I'm going to interview Daniel. You guys, many of you know that he, over the last couple of seasons, has interviewed many of our favorite athletes.
Yeah.
We dug deep with some of them. And along the way, too, we've thrown out some challenges to you, to some of our athletes, to some of our fellow Shasta collegians. I guess you could say that. Is that a word?
Yeah, we'll just act like this. Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview Daniel, and through that's going to come a challenge. And we're going to see what happens. So, Daniel, you've been at Shasta College for how long now?
Going on almost year 4.
4?
Around there.
4
Finishing 3.
years?
Yeah.
Tell us about that journey. How did you ultimately end up right here today?
Well, I came out here to play a little football. Dad was sick and things, so I wanted to be a little closer to home. I'm from Reno, Nevada. Came out here and been a whirlwind. Can't believe some of the people I've met here that are just absolutely amazing. In 4 years, there's a lot of things that I've done. There's been good times, bad times. And I don't plan on leaving. I really like this place.
Yeah, we hope you stay around for a long time. Daniel, one day will run our athletic department or football program.
Well, I'm gonna wing it. I'll have a little fun with it. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so we're gonna get right to the point here. Daniel and I met a couple years ago, a couple seasons ago, and as we've alluded many times, we're two different generations. He's old enough to be my father.
Yeah. Well, I'm more mature than that, So.
But what we've come to know about each other, we both dealt with a level of anxiety throughout our times, and at different ages, obviously. What's that been like?
The anxiety thing's been, I'll say this, it's been the worst thing that's ever happened to me and the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I think that's kind of how you gotta play it and gotta deal with it. There's been a lot of nights where, not a lot, I think that's a lie, but there's been some nights where you go, man, why was I given this anxiety or this flaw or this whatever? And then there's been other nights where I think I really had to turn things around and realize that actually there's some positives in that. Okay, it's really challenged me to watch the way that I eat. Watch, do I sleep good? Do I work out? I know if I don't work out, I know I don't look like it all the time, but I do work out. Just different things like that. And then who I spend my time with. Are they positive? I got some coaches I hang out with, some players I hang out with, and obviously Jason. Are they positive? Are they uplifting? Because that is 100% the way to fight this mental. I don't want to call it an illness. I want to call it actually like a mental challenge. Because it's kind of a challenge in a good way.
Well, you know, as athletes, we always look at the physical aspect. What am I doing to train, to get stronger, to get better? But we always overlook the mental health of being an athlete. Tell me some of the things that you've worked through, how you've worked through those. Because again, this is part of our challenge. Some of the guys you've hung out with. I've seen you hang out with a great group of young men. Tell us, like, how does that help you get through some of those times?
Well, I'll tell you what, we went in, I think anxiety, and I'm not a doctor. If I was, we'd be doing these videos in a nice bigger studio with different camera and things, but I do know from my experience that anxiety is usually me trying to control the future, something I can't control. I have no control over. Now, I'm not saying my brain's not wired a little differently, but a lot of times when I get really anxious, it's because I'm trying to control something that I can't control. And then what I realized is that the more I hung out with positive people, the more that my worth wasn't determined on my success on and off the field in the classroom. My worth had nothing to do with that. That just was I a good student or not? But I was still Daniel Lewis, and I'm still happy to be Daniel Lewis. When I got to that point, all of a sudden I started making friends that were legitimate people that kind of had that same mentality of they were proud to be Kanan McGreenys and they were proud to be Jordan Spascheks. They were proud to be that. So I think anxiety does mix with self-worth and then trying to control it. And I know that my life drastically changed when I kind of realized that, and then started hanging out with guys that were like-minded in that way.
Yeah, it's great. You get to work with people your age.
Yeah.
Some a little bit older, coaches, staff,
Yeah.
players, athletes. When you're with somebody who's maybe in the midst of struggle of anxiety, what are some of the words you might give them today?
I sit down with guys, if I sit down with them and I tell them to take a deep breath. And that sounds so stupid, but I know those moments when your heart's racing and you're freaking out and you're trying to control everything, like I said, and just to take a deep breath. And I tell them that they're loved, that they're truly loved by us, the coaching staff, by the athletic staff as a whole, by their teachers, by their parents, and I dig into that. But just to build them up, I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed in a positive aspect, because we've had a lot of guys this year, football-wise, that have had tough years. Okay, they lose people back home, they got no money, they got real life problems that cause real life anxiety. And like I said, I can't fix everything. If I could fix everything, I'd write a book, I'd be a billionaire. But
one day.
Yeah, one day. But what I will say is that just being there with those guys and sitting with them and talking to them and letting them vent and letting them cry and giving them a safe place has been probably the greatest thing that I've seen to affect those people.
Yeah, so as we wrap this up, man, we could be here all day.
Oh, man.
As we wrap this up, what's the challenge for this video, for this week?
I think it's if you have something going on in your head, I'll take it 2 challenges. If you have something going on in your head, man, go talk to someone. And that could be your friend, that could be your whatever. And be honest. Be honest and open, man. Toughness isn't holding it in. Trust me. Toughness is actually opening up about it and talking about it to people, someone that you trust. If you don't have anyone to trust, that you trust, find a teacher, find some of those guys who are professionals, and those women are professionals at dealing with stuff like that. Get in a safe space and open up about those things. If you feel good, find someone that doesn't feel good and be that person that you can be a light for them and you can hold their hand through it. So that's the challenges.
That's it, man. That's a great challenge. We hope that this has come through to you in a clear and concise message, because a lot of people deal with anxiety. We could, like I said, we could sit here all day and talk about some of our experiences and where we've been. But we just hope that we'll encourage you. The challenge is yours. We hope that person that sometimes you walk by, today might be the day you go, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
And just sit with them. Sometimes people with anxiety just need to be sitting with somebody who can just be that presence for them, near them, and with them. Well, that's the challenge in the Knight Life for this week. We'll be back for more. See you next time.